Now then. Right. First of all, I want to apologise. I haven't had much time to really kind of like get solid down with this and like memorise it that much. So it's mainly going to cost me just looking at this and maybe looking up at you all and seeing how. Anyway, I'd like to apologise. You can't hear us. I tried to do the microphone tonight, but I was let down. But don't worry, the complete silence from people over there, maybe people over there, but let people over here. Let you know that you're not really missing out much. I think a few thank yous are in place. So I think you'll all agree with me that Natty looks absolutely amazing. And with her and the bridesmaids, they look smashing. And smashing, I don't mean I'm going to smash you later, but anyway, I'm a married man, Skype lost. I'd like to thank Gaz for that speech. It was really as long as his nose. And I'd also like to thank, it says, insert Natty's dad's name here, Paul. His name's Paul. Legend. It was quite a short speech, and hopefully it's not so short what's going on underneath that kilt. Anyway. But then again, a real special thanks to Gaz. I've got my speech. A real special thanks to Gaz, right? He looks a little tight today, actually. Not surprisingly, because he's worked day and night organising this wedding. Yeah. It would have been easy if Natalie had turned off the Xbox for just a few minutes to like just make this day look even perfect. Which is utterly amazing. Anyway, me and Gaz go back a long way now. And we've been through a lot together. Unfortunately, they can't be here today. Calm down, come on. He's always watched out for me. He's had my back on many occasions. Every night in Call of Duty. So my name's Andrew. For all you that don't know me, I'm the lucky one that's able to this band in the next few minutes. Everyone said I'd be nervous here, stood right in front of you, and you can tell I'm absolutely shit. But this is the 5th time today I've been stood up with a warm piece of paper in my hand. So, let's just go back a few years. I remember when I first heard of Gaz, we weren't like mates back at school. We were like on different wings of each year. There was the west and there was the east. I was on the east. East side is best. But anyway, there we were at school, year 7. You couldn't miss him. Like you can't really tell now because he's like brown hair and everything. But back then he had like really blonde hair. And he didn't even touch it up. His mum didn't even do it. But anyway, that led to the nickname Domestos. And everyone called him Domestos throughout school, and it was just like, it's the shittiest name. But anyway, he's gone through so many nicknames, like we all have, throughout the years. And the only one that stands out, the best one ever, is Hook Nose James. I don't know, because that's not a Jew, but right. We chatted on occasion, right? But we started playing football together, and I think that's when we started being mates. It took me a while to kind of think back at when we actually became mates. And I think it was through football. And I think we played for like numerous clubs, like AWS, like we played for the school, and the Mighty Unicorn. Thanks, lads. Right, where was I? Everyone had the best attributes, and I would say Gaz is his ability to shoot while trying to cross. I think everyone who's played football will know that happens every single time. Even from a corner, straight in the goal. Never scored though. There's always been one story that springs to mind with Gaz. On my 22nd birthday, I decided to have a bit of like a fancy dress party. There was like characters like Borat, which was Nick over there. There was Jess, which was Tinkerbell. There was Ando, which was Ronaldinho, who looked amazing that day. was a gay policeman. I don't know who that guy is. My MCA, and he was but anyway, we ended up in town, and we were in the downstairs pit. And all of a sudden, like a row broke out. I don't have a clue what happened. A row broke out. It was between the guys dressed as Rambo. He was a class Rambo. And my friend, Peter Pan. Guys, taking the piss out of Mike's attire. Saying that it didn't look like Peter Pan. He looked like Chinky Pan. You usually don't know that Mike has got a little bit of a chinky touch. Anyway, a fight broke out. And it kind of like led from just a few little pushes to a few pull cues smashed. So yeah, that kind of ended up outside, and it was kind of like, you know, we're all alright now, aren't we? You know, he's not here today, but I don't know why is he not here today? Yeah, so the time Gaz asked me to be his best man, we were around Ando's over there, and he was holding a bit of a silent disco, kind of like a nice little silent disco. And we were all around there. It got to about 11:30. There was barbecues going, drinks going, it was flowing, everyone was enjoying themselves. But yeah, it did get to about 11:30, and me and Gaz thought, a few more chicken stews would be a right treat. So we thought, right, we'll go to that barbecue. We'll put on the barbecue, pitch black, we didn't have frigging we didn't have a clue what was going on, so we had no light around us at all. So we thought, start cooking away. We're like, yeah, I think these are done. Are they done yet? They smell burnt, they'll do. So we started, and near enough, I didn't have a clue, we didn't have a clue that the next day we were on the toilet for near enough half the day. We had like food poisoning and everything. But it was that moment we were stood over the barbecue. Gaz turned to me and he said, do you know how good you are at making barbecue? And I went, I'm amazing. He goes, well, do you want to be my best man? And I was absolutely gobsmacked. Absolutely. I could not believe it. I didn't have a clue Gaz was ever going to ask me that thing. And for you that don't know me, I'm never ever gobsmacked. I've always got something to say. So, next page.